All right, guys, how's it going? So this morning, in my review of the Spanish football dailies, the print media, I told you very briefly about an article to do with Luis Diaz and Barcelona. And I said I would do a standalone video because otherwise that briefing, that video, review of the papers would be like an hour long. Also the same with Mo Salah as well. So I've done that one. I've just done my live stream this afternoon with you guys, and now I've got a chance to record this video for you. So the article in question was titled, it was in Sport, which is the pro Barcelona newspaper. It was Amor a tres bandas del Barça, a three-way love affair for Barca. And basically there's three images with the article: Alexander Isak, Luis Diaz, and Benjamin Sesko, I think that's pronounced, at Leipzig. And the article discusses Barcelona's search for a new forward, highlighting those three main targets. Now, it says Isak is Barca's ideal choice, no surprises there, as he can play as a number 9 and a left winger. However, Newcastle demand over 100 million euros, making the transfer nearly impossible unless Barca generates significant funds through player sales. They've got this 1-1 rule that they have to follow. Arsenal is also interested, further complicating the move. Now, over 100 million euros, I think is sounds a bit low to me, actually, because I would think that he would cost around 150 million pounds, which is hilarious when you see, people, Twitter twats or whatever, suggesting Liverpool are going to go in for him in the summer and stuff like that. Anyway, Luis Diaz is another strong option for Barcelona. The Colombian winger wants to join Barca, and if he does not extend his Liverpool contract, which runs until 2027, he could be available next year in 2026 at a lower cost. His move would still depend on Barca freeing up wage space, that 1-1 rule, but it's seen as more achievable than Isak. Now, Benjamin Sesko is also admired, but is seen as a more traditional number 9. With Lewandowski expected to stay another season, he may not be a priority for now. However, his strong performances at Leipzig have attracted interest from several European clubs. Sport has learned that Barca has already made some initial contact with the Isak camp, and then it says always informally. It emphasises that that's informal contact. That first approach confirmed that Isak would like to wear the Barcelona shirt, and they add in the article, beyond that initial contact which took place at the end of 2024, Barca has not taken further steps. They've not progressed. They've not spoke again. Now, on Luis Diaz, Sport writes Mejor Contexto is like a little sub-headline, if you like, the next bit down, which basically translates to better circumstances, more feasible option, easy negotiation, favourable scenario, any of those, basically, with regards to Luis Diaz. So they're saying a more feasible option is Luis Diaz. He has also been admired by Barca for some time, as we know. They were interested in him last summer, but they didn't have the finances to do it. The Liverpool clique of journalists said, no, he's definitely not for sale. Liverpool won't sell him. The Barcelona media were adamant that Liverpool had set a valuation last year and were willing to let him go. So admired by Barca for some time. This is one of the reasons why I monitor Sport, because I keep saying to you, I think we're going to continually, see his name. It's increased a little bit more, hasn't it? I think he's getting mentioned with them probably around every 3 or 4 weeks or something like that in Sport. The Colombian forward is under contract with Liverpool until 2027, as we know, and he would be thrilled to sign for both personal and professional reasons. He would be thrilled. It's interesting that Deco, the sporting director for Barcelona, he's currently doing like a media circuit, like a round of all the media outlets, radio stations, major publications, talking about Barcelona existing matters and transfer plans and things like that. And he did a sit-down interview with Sport. That was always going to happen if he's going around the media. And there's 6 pages basically today in Sport dedicated to that interview. Now, in that interview, Deco never mentioned Luis Diaz. Never mentioned Mo Salah, which the previous video is mentions Barcelona and Mo Salah. But immediately after that interview, there then comes along this Diaz article and the Mo Salah stuff. So it makes you wonder if it is connected to Deco, you know, where he's like, look, I can't answer this, you know, like in my interview, but I can tell you off the record, you know, you can't name me, but this is, you know, the current situation. So, for example, Sport are saying that Luis Diaz would be thrilled to sign for them. Is that coming from Deco as part of that interview? You know what I mean, don't you? He would be thrilled to sign for Barcelona, both personal and professional reasons. The advantage for Barca's sporting management is that if Diaz does not renew his contract, the summer of 2026 will be Liverpool's last opportunity to cash in on him. What I must say at this point, I just need to mention this, otherwise I forget. In December, it was claimed that Luis Diaz had rejected a contract offer from Liverpool in November. In January, it was mentioned again. I don't know if he rejected a second offer or whether that was just referring to the November offer. But what we do know is that Luis Diaz, I won't say what we do know. What I'll say is we're led to believe that Diaz has rejected at least one contract offer from Liverpool, citing that he doesn't feel that it reflects his value to the team, his contribution to the team. He feels undervalued, and that's why he hasn't signed. The response apparently from Liverpool was, oh, I'm sure, you know, we'll sort something out. But if not, if he doesn't sign before the summer of 2025, he will be sold. Right? A very different response from Liverpool. Like last couple of years, they've just been fucking around with players, letting the contracts run down. This is like, no, we're not having that. So bear that in mind, because it says here 2026 will be Liverpool's last opportunity to cash in on him. If he doesn't sign, I think Liverpool will try and offload him this summer, personally. And I've been saying that for a while, as you know. That means that if the forward withstands the pressure of not extending his deal and genuinely wants to join Barca, the chances of a transfer could become realistic again. Only if Barca first frees up salary space, the 1-1 rule. The club is well aware of the difficulty of both operations. While Isak would undoubtedly be the preferred choice in an ideal scenario, Diaz's contractual situation and his huge desire to play for Barca make his signing a slightly less complicated option compared to the Swedish striker. I believe this. I believe what's being said here. I do think it's related to Deco doing this, like these little rounds and doing his sit-down interview with Sport. No major surprises for me. I do think that Diaz would jump at a chance to go to Barcelona. If the opportunity presents itself, I think he would have gone in the summer. We know that, Papa Diaz, the old man, would like that. And, there's cultural reasons. They talk about personal reasons as well as footballing reasons, whatever. Anyway, so that's that. That's in the print media today. If you saw my previous video, please, if you're going to watch another video today, watch the Mo Salah one to do with being offered to Real Madrid, because again, this is coming from this publication. It's not Real Madrid propaganda in AS or Marca. It's coming from Sport. Very interesting stuff, I think, today. Maybe we'll see something from the Real Madrid media, the Madrid-based media, over the next few days regarding Mo Salah. That's something that I'm looking out for you guys. Now, putting to one side the Spanish print review, if you like, or what they've been saying today, you may have seen the suggestion earlier in the week that Luis Diaz was being... it was set for a move to Chelsea. They were preparing an offer for him. Okay, so this... what's this? Anfield Watch, right? Said they started this... they mentioned this about Luis Diaz and Chelsea, right? And they said... in the article as it started, it says, here we break down one of the biggest Liverpool transfer rumours of the week. Luis Diaz to Chelsea. It wasn't one of the biggest transfer rumours. You'd have to really dig to find it. It was from a shitty outlet in Spain. But anyway, Anfield Watch, what do you expect? Here we break down one of the biggest Liverpool transfer rumours of the week. Luis Diaz to Chelsea. And then they start with this kind of disclaimer, which really is... Then this disclaimer is basically saying we know it's bullshit, but we're going to put it up there to get the clicks, get the views, and we're going to put this little disclaimer to hide behind it. And they say Liverpool find themselves in rough... this is their English, by the way. The Spanish do better English. Liverpool find themselves in roughly 1,000 transfer rumours a week. They're one of the biggest clubs in the world. After all, people like to print their name, says them. Of course, 999 of those rumours are nonsense. It isn't easy to pick out what ones might be true either. So here's a dissection of one of the most interesting Liverpool transfer rumours to appear this week, Luis Diaz to Chelsea. And they say, in this fucking drivel, Colombian outlet Antena 2 reports that Chelsea are interested in signing Diaz. That's true. Antena 2 did say that. But it was a very speculative piece, and I'll get to that in a moment. And Anfield Watch say they're currently, Chelsea, preparing a move for the forward and believe they can sign him from Liverpool. That's not true. That's not what the original article said. It didn't say they were preparing a move. So in the original article by Antena 2, right, now you might not have heard of them before. Basically, they're a Colombian radio network specialising in sports coverage. They're owned by RCN Radio, which is one of Colombia's major radio networks, which gives them a bit of strength, or, they're associated to RCN Radio. But Antena 2, the article, I've read it, it's very speculative, it's full of shit. They basically say the Colombian could be one of the aces up the sleeve of the Chelsea management. I apologise for the dogs. We're in Spain, they live outside, it's lovely weather. The Colombian ace could be one of the aces up the sleeve of the Chelsea management. A few months ago, it was confirmed that Manchester City had shown interest in signing the player. Who confirmed that then? It wasn't fucking confirmed at all. We saw the rumour, didn't we? Chelsea's idea would be to offer. This is what they say. They say Chelsea's idea would be to offer. Anfield Watch say that. What did they say? They're currently preparing a move. That's not what the original article says. The idea would be to offer a competitive contract to the Colombian, who would arrive to be one of the highest paid players in the Chelsea squad. The offer from the Stamford Bridge team would be presented in the summer of 2025 with the idea of breaking the agreement the winger has with Liverpool. Now, it does make me wonder if the Diaz camp, let's call it the Diaz camp, it makes me wonder if they're starting to say a few things in Colombia to some people. It's been picked up, I just wonder if it's just to let, Barcelona know there could be interest in him, or Man City wanted him. You know what I mean? Chelsea want him. So you should go for him, Barcelona. You should go for him, that kind of thing. So that's basically all I've got for you in this update. I think it's a significant update. I've done 3 videos today. The original review of the Spanish papers. The Mo Salah being offered to Real Madrid and Barcelona. I found it interesting. That was a standalone video, and this one is a standalone video as well from today's papers. So if you've got time, I'd watch all 3. If not, just watch the Salah one and this one. So where do I think we are with this? I wouldn't be surprised if Luis Diaz left in the summer. I really wouldn't. I've been saying this for a long, long time, for months. I just think that I just think he really wants to move to Barcelona, and I think he would stall on committing to Liverpool if he thinks there's a chance of going to Barcelona. If Barcelona turn around and say we can't make it happen, we don't want it, maybe he extends with Liverpool. But the vibe from Liverpool is you sign the contract or you're going in the summer. So I think that's it. I think I would be repeating everything. I literally speak about these situations. The Luis Diaz one nearly every day, I think. I don't think I do, but sometimes it feels like that. Usually I review Market AS, and then I will say, I've checked Sport, there's nothing in there about Luis Diaz today. He pops up about every 3 or 4 weeks in an opinion piece or something like that. I think the interest is genuine. I think that article is genuine. I think, there is those 3 players on there, watch list, potentials list. Diaz a more realistic option if they can find the space in his squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, squad, for sure. So yeah, and I think it's very coincidental, isn't it, that this information, this report about Salah, the one about Diaz, has come out while Deco has done the sit-down. Deco is the sporting director who signs players for Barcelona. He's doing this media thing. He's done the sit down with Sport, and on the same day they've got these articles about Diaz and Salah. Very strange. Deco is a big admirer of Luis Diaz, but one thing I will say is last summer when Barcelona were considering him, they had restrictions, of course, at the time, financial problems. Those financial problems more or less resolved because they sold many of the VIP boxes and things like that to the Saudis. to do with the new Nou Camp and all that, is last summer, internally at Barcelona, they were said to be split over Diaz. All right, so I'll leave that with you. I think if they've got the space, if they've got the finances, they go for Diaz. But Liverpool will try and squeeze them for as much money as possible. Yeah, that's it. All right, so I'm going to leave you with that. If you appreciate the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment on it. I'm sure many of you will say sell him. We're not going to lose any sleep over that. Yeah, if you want to buy me a coffee, I'll go to the cafe tomorrow. I'll be in the cafe tomorrow morning. I'll review the Spanish papers again for you tomorrow. Keep me topped up on coffee and that. Gareth Turner's contributed to the newspapers today. Thank you, Gareth. Cod Pints of Anfield, Liverpool channel, great lad. So yeah, thumbs up, comment, coffee, hit the super thanks, the love out under the video. I'll give you a shout out in tomorrow morning's morning briefing. And that's about it, guys. I'll leave it with you. I'll be live on here at 6:30 UK this evening for an hour. If you want to come along, I'm going to watch the Real Sociedad game tonight. Keep an eye on Martin Zubimendi for you. And yeah, that's it. Someone commented the other day about this little line here, this gap look here. Does that mean my house is falling apart? Do I need to get someone round to fill this in or what, guys? Is it all right? You are funny. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you real soon. All right.